Hi, I'm Sterling Pratt. I'm the author of a book called Puddinhead Parenting, Forming a Positive Working Relationship with a Child with ADD. I'm also the host of a blog talk radio show called Puddinhead Parenting, focuses on relationships and self-esteem. That airs at 1 o'clock on Saturdays. This is the last in my series of videos on quieting the critic and the critic's errored logic and fallacies that it tries to trip us up with. The next few videos will be more focused on how to improve your child's and repair your child's self-esteem. This one I say for last because it is probably the most dangerous. Well, I'll just say it absolutely is the most dangerous. The emotional reasoning here is basically you feel bad about something, and the critic will say that you shouldn't feel bad about that. That's not a valid feeling. And so now you start feeling bad about feeling bad. And eventually, if you go long enough, it's just you get into the cycle where you've forgotten the initial source of the emotion, the initial emotion. You just are buying into logic that the critic's trying to feed you. Because you feel bad, you are bad. And feeling that you are bad, you know, in a general sense as a person, it has some very destructive influences in your life. So the critic traps you in the negative emotion. We all feel negative emotions at times. We all, you know, make a mistake. A lot of times it happens when we make a mistake. If I do something dumb on the road when I'm driving, I cut somebody off, they honk at me, they gesture at me, I can tell they're angry, and this feeling of you know, a bad feeling, you know, comes in me. And most people, you know, as they drive down the road away for a while, that feeling will dissipate and they go on with their day. For people with this problem, they start to focus on that bad emotion, and the critic will convince them that they're a bad person because they are feeling that bad emotion. If you focus on that long enough, and you start to feel bad long enough again, you start to forget the initial bad feeling and the source of that bad feeling, what prompted it in the beginning. This is a downward cycle that can take you really low. It starts out with just an emotion, then a feeling that that emotion is invalid, and if you dwell on it long enough and you stay in that cycle, then it can turn into some chronic depression. And if that gets bad enough, this is the kind of downward cycle that can take people into some very deep depression, some self-destructive behavior, and even suicide. To quiet this critic, as parents, if we feel our child is chronically depressed, a lot of times we can catch this in the beginning if we understand that they're feeling bad, and we can help them to identify the source of that bad feeling, the original emotion, the original circumstance that prompted that emotion. And once we help them identify it, then we can help them reframe it in a more accurate way, and even validate that feeling, that it was okay for you to feel angry, it was okay for you to feel that guilt, it was okay for you to feel bad that you upset that person, but now we've got to go on with life. If you feel that your child is in that kind of a downward cycle, if you're seeing that they're chronically depressed, the thing to do is to get help, and don't hesitate to do that. Again, my name's Sterling Pratt. Any comments or questions about this video, don't hesitate to email me at sterling@addparentingsupport.com.